Welcome to our Simplify video this week. Simple living involves not only consuming less, but considering the impact of what we buy and consume. In these videos, we consider how we can choose practices that minimize harm to others and the planet, and in turn honor God. After all, He gave us this world to care for, and He asked us to love Him and each other really well. So it's our duty to ensure that when we grocery shop and dispose of waste, when we travel, when we buy clothes, when we make all these kinds of choices, we really are thoughtful about the impacts on others and the world we've been given to look after.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's sustainability video. My name's Alana, I'm part of the MCC sustainability team. And I don't know about you, but I've loved watching these videos and getting ideas from our team around different ways that we can live more sustainably. I particularly really enjoyed Tina's intro about the why, and I think it's important for us to come back to the why as often as we talk about the what and the how. And the why for me in this season, in the Christmas season, is really remembering the idea of what Jesus was doing when He came here. You know, and it says so many times in the Bible, Jesus came to bring peace. And that peace wasn't just to mankind. That peace was between mankind and God, between mankind and creation. And so we see in this story that creation is important to this peacefulness. And so when I look back at my reasons for why I started on this journey, that is in fact a really big reason. And we are in the Christmas, the festive season. So what a better time than this to talk about sustainability in the midst of the Christmas buying craziness. So for me, the start of my sustainability journey was recognizing the number of disposable nappies that I was putting in landfill. And I got onto reusable nappies really fast. But the reason that I got onto that anyway in the beginning was because I looked through my rubbish bin. So my first top tip for this season is to look in your rubbish bin. It seems a little bit nuts, but when you look in there, you realize what doesn't need to be in there, what you could be putting in the compost, in the recycling, or what you could just be not buying and replacing with other items. And Tina and Summer and Sarah, they've all talked about that a lot. The second thing is to go through your bank statements. Now, my husband and I, we went through our bank statements to see what we were spending, and let me tell you, there is a lot of clutter in there that didn't need to be in there. Not just physical stuff, but there were subscriptions, monthly subscriptions or yearly subscriptions that we really had paid no attention to. So I encourage you to go back through your bank statements. And then thirdly, use what you have and be resourceful. This is kind of my big top tip for you. And it's actually not even my idea. It came from my auntie. We all went to America one year for a big family reunion. And she had, during that year, nailed up a whole bunch of bags in her garage with our names on them. And as she saw things at shops or op shops or around, she popped them in our individual bag. And so when it came to Christmas, we all had these awesome stockings of fun stuff that we would really appreciate. So I've done this, and I will post a photo and show you my boxes. But I've got these present boxes set out. I love giving gifts, but it's a really fun way and organized way of being able to make sure that you're not spending too much money. So during the year when you see things, for me it's mostly at op shops, I buy the thing, I put it in the box, and then when it comes to that person's birthday or Christmas, I'm able to go, oh, what's in their present box? And we pull it out. I don't know if it's a bit close to Christmas now to do that, but if you have a space in your house that you can start putting things in for people rather than getting into that last minute rush and having to buy something more expensive than you would like, that is a great way to be organized. I think the last thing for me really, and it's the thing that I'm working on quite hard at the moment, is just being aware of what is going into my house. Christmas again is going to be an interesting time for that because you're given gifts, you know, especially our kids are going to be given lots of gifts, and recognizing what we are actually bringing into our home, what my kids are actually playing with, what I'm actually using, and what is just clutter. And I think that is quite helpful for us to be just aware of what's going on. So I hope for you this Christmas season, or whatever season you're watching this in, that you're able to take a step or another step to bringing that peace between our world and humanity and God, and it's a special thing that we can do together. So stay tuned in the new year for more from our sustainability team.